Hello friends, welcome. In this video, we will see simple impulse turbine, vector diagrams of velocities and combined velocity diagram. So friends, let's begin. Friends, simple impulse turbine consists of a set of nozzles, a rotor mounted on a shaft, one set of moving blades attached to the rotor and the casing. Here friends, this is a simple sketch of the simple impulse turbine, and for explanation we have plotted here this graph. Okay, so let's see here friends. This is the nozzle. Here it is a nozzle, and these are the moving blades which are attached to the rotor. These are the moving blades. Okay, and here friends, steam coming from this nozzle with pressure P1 and velocity V1. Here friends, this is a boiler pressure. This one is a boiler pressure, boiler pressure sure, P1, and when steam coming from the boiler, its velocity is V1 here, V1. Okay, now in the nozzle friends, um, all the steam pressure, so that means in the nozzle the steam expands from the boiler pressure to the condenser pressure. Here P2 is a condenser pressure. Here friends, in the nozzle complete steam is expands. In impulse turbine, complete steam is expanded in the nozzle from the boiler pressure to the condenser pressure. Here condenser pressure is P2, and here friends, velocity increases as you can see here. We will give it name till, suppose till point V1 dash. Here at this section we will suppose give it a name as V1 dash. Okay, now we will reach till this point, and after that friends, this steam at which is coming out from this nozzle glides over the moving blades which are attached to the rotor. And here friends, here it and the moving blades have a airfoil shape. Due to this friends, here high pressure is generated at this section, lower section of this blade. Consider this single blade only. Now consider only this single blade. Here high pressure is generated, and here at the upper side of the blade low pressure is generated. Because of this high and low pressure difference, lift occurs lifting force occurred on the blades. This happened for all the blades. Because of this lifting force, lift because of this lifting force, blades moves in upward direction and rotor rotates like this. Okay, and here it is, we can call it as a blade motion. Here this is a blade motion. Okay, now friends, see here what happens in the moving blades for pressure and velocity. In the moving blades, friends, pressure remains constant at condenser pressure and velocity drops from v1 dash to v2. Here, friends, v2, this one is a v2 here. Okay, here friends, v1 is velocity at an inlet of the nozzle. So here velocity at inlet inlet of nozzle, and v2 is the velocity at exit. Velocity at exit, we can call it as entering velocity of steam. v1 is entering velocity of steam and v2 is the exit velocity of steam here. Okay friends, now friends, let's move to the vector diagrams for of velocities. So here vector diagrams of velocities. Okay, now friends, here see, this is our nozzle here, this is our nozzle and this is our moving blade. Okay, here it is this is our moving blade. Okay, and see here friends, the steam coming from this nozzle is at velocity v1. This velocity we will indicate here, v1 velocity. v1 is our inlet velocity, which is called as absolute velocity at inlet. So v1 is equal to absolute velocity at inlet. Okay, now friends, see here, this v1 velocity is acting on the you can say this absolute velocity at inlet, that is v1 velocity, glides on the blade at an angle alpha. Here friends, here it is angle alpha. This angle alpha is called as here angle of steam jet with respect to the plane of the blade rotation. Okay, or you can also call this at steam inlet angle. So steam inlet angle is called as alpha. Okay, now friends, see here, absolute velocity at inlet has two components, which are tangential component and axial component. Here friends, this is our tangential component, this one is our tangential component of v1, and here it is axial component of v1. Okay, here this tangential component is called as vr1, and this axial component, that is vertical component, is called as vf1. Okay, this tangential component is acting on this blade at an angle theta. Okay, and this angle theta is called as blade inlet angle. Blade inlet angle. These all angles are in degree. Okay, and speeds are in meter per second. Okay, now friends, see here this tangential component with the it is in the direction of rotation of the blade, and it is uh, called as whirl velocity. Okay, and this tangential component is responsible for the actual work, that is useful work here. And this vertical component vf1 is called as axial velocity or flow velocity, and it allows the flow of the steam across the wheel. Okay, now friends, see here, it is here in this triangle, this part, um, this one, and here this part of the triangle, this this much part is called as u velocity. That is, this u is linear velocity of the blade in meter per second. Okay, and here this component, this much component is called as vw1, that is whirl velocity. This triangle is called as inlet triangle. This triangle is inlet triangle, and all the values corresponding to this are inlet values, inlet terms, you can say. And now friends, next is here this after uh, steam is gliding on the moving blade, it comes out through the exit. Here friends, here this now here in this triangle, this triangle is called as here outlet triangle, outlet triangle, triangle, and steam coming from this moving blade, and here this one line, this line is called as here v2, v2 this one is v2, and this v2 is absolute velocity at exit or outlet, absolute velocity at exit or outlet. And it also has two components, one is relative velocity and second is flow velocity, that is axial component. So here friends, this one is here our vr2, that is relative velocity at exit or outlet, relative velocity at exit or outlet. And here also this one is our vr1 is our relative velocity at inlet, and vf1 is our flow or axial velocity at inlet. So here friends, this vertical component is called as vf2, and it is flow or axial velocity at outlet or exit. Here friends, also we have whirl velocity and linear velocity. Okay, here this one, Here friends, as you can see, this portion is called VW2 and this portion is U. Here friends, VW2 is world velocity at outlet. Okay, world velocity, velocity at exit or outlet, and U is here also linear velocity of blade. Linear velocity of blade. Here also friends, this here this one, as you can see, here it is our VW1 world velocity at exit, and U is linear velocity of blade, and here blade. Okay, here VW1 is world velocity at inlet, and U is our linear velocity of blade. Linear velocity of blade. This is all we have seen. Sorry friends, here we didn't mention angles. So here friends, V2 is making angle beta. Okay, and this angle beta here, this angle beta is called as steam jet outlet angle. Steam outlet angle, steam jet outlet angle, and here this VR2 is making angle phi with it, and this is called as, here it is, blade outlet angle. Blade outlet angle. Okay, now here friends, we have seen all the parameters of the velocity diagram of for impulse turbine, that is vector diagrams of velocities. Now friends, we will see the combined velocity diagram of simple impulse turbine. First draw the straight line like this. Okay, now vertical line like this one and this one here. Draw this line little, sorry, draw this one like this, and then draw one line is like this at certain angle, and another line is at certain angle like this. Then attach these two lines, this portion and this portion, and here also attach this portion and this portion. Yeah, okay, now friends, give the name to it. Let's give it as a name A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, now friends, see here, to draw the combined velocity diagram, we will combine this inlet triangle and this outlet triangle. We will in reverse the position of this triangle, that is this portion will come down and this portion will go up, and here also this portion will come down and this portion will go up, and we will attach these two triangles together. So let's see how it is. So here friends, this will be our inlet triangle. This one will be, that is EBD is our inlet triangle. EBD is our inlet triangle. And here this one AFC is our outlet inlet triangle. Okay, now see here friends, when we reverse the position, this is our inlet triangle, and here it is, this one will be our VF1. This will goes down here, as you can see, this is our VF1, and here in the opposite side this vertical component is this this vertical component is VF2, and here friends, this middle portion is common U, that is linear velocity for both the triangles. And here friends, this is VF1, and as we can see in the inlet triangle, this hypotenuse is V1, our V1. So here it is, this one is our V1, and it is at angle alpha. And now here this middle line is our VR1, and it is at an angle theta. Okay, and similarly now here, as you can see, middle line is our V2, that is this one is our V2, which is at an angle beta, and the hypotenuse is our here VR2, and it is at an angle phi. Okay, now see here in the inlet triangle, the VW1 is our complete base, that is this one here, this one is our VW1, and as you can see here, this one here in this diagram, outlet triangle, VW2 is this one in this diagram, VW2. Okay, see here friends, now this is our combined velocity diagram. So friends, in this video we have learned the simple impulse turbine, and next we have learned vector diagrams of velocities by using inlet triangle and outlet triangle, and in the next we have seen how to draw the combined velocity diagram. Thank you friends for watching this video. Like, share and comment for this video, and subscribe my channel. Thank you.